done. It's been so long. I'm Liz from Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks. I have a fiber mill in northern Vermont where we do lots of processing for all the farms and anybody that drops off fiber. We turn it into roving, yarn, all sorts of stuff. We're starting to do some finished products too. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this kind of short. We'll see how long we do. I got my tea, some caffeine. I'm in the mill, in and out. I've been in and out of the mill. I'm trying to finish up some washing, and I wanted to squeeze this in before it gets too long between before things. So we've had so much going on. We've been so busy. I'm just wearing the other thing. I always forget to say this. This is a sweater that I got from my mom, and it's a store-bought sweater, but it is wool, and I'm really hot, so I don't know how long we'll keep it on. Fall is finally here. It's probably in the 50s today and cloudy and just feeling really fall, which is super nice because last week it was in the 80s, which is insane for Vermont. Usually we have we were just, I think yesterday we just started a fire, so I don't know. It's finally feeling fall. So I will take it, but we have the furnace downstairs running, so it is warm down here. So we'll see how long I last. Might end up in a t-shirt. So let's see here. I'm trying to think of where we should start. I'll probably start with what I've been up to, and then going all the mill stuff that we've been doing too. So first things first, I haven't been doing a lot of knitting because we've been at festivals and shows and all sorts of things. So I have just a couple of things to show you, and then we'll get on with all the other stuff. The first thing is I'm finishing up I'm on the last section of my, let's see here, I can never really say it, Vitus show. I'll put the thing downstairs because it's all crinkled and I don't have my glasses on and I can't see anything anymore. That's what happens when you get old, apparently. So I have this. It's all tangled up right now, so bear with me. It's right now in the stripey section, so of course I have two things going on. It's got 3 kind of wedges in there, and then after that the bottom, this 3, and then this stripey section, and then it's going to have another stripey section on the bottom. So we're going to have that. It's a lot narrower than I thought, but maybe it'll change when it's blocked out. And then you add the stripey section. So super fun. It's out of our yarn, our 3-ply Dorset wool. It's way softer than I actually was expecting. So it's a really nice yarn to work with. I'm super excited. I can't wait to block it out. So that's going to be my #1 project, I think, now. And I'm sweating. So I think that's going to be my #1 project, to just try and get that off my needles. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you can. I gotta get this off. Sorry for any of the weird noises. But this is another finished object that my friend Barb, she made the field sweater for us out of our yarn. This is our Forest Sport, or Clen Forest Sport. Super, super beautiful sweater, and I have all of that. That's all behind me. So we have plenty of that in stock in the shop. And then this cowl is from Julie. It's the Kingdom cowl. She is a designer based in Mass, and she designed this for me. It's so pretty. We sold so many of these cowls sets at the festivals and the shows because It's a really pretty cowl, just super easy too. Any, you know, it's a pretty, you could, advanced beginner could do it. And it's just, I'm putting it on upside down either. But yeah, no, super pretty. We have a couple, I don't have that color in stock anymore. I have some lighter colors, I think some blues in there, and a couple other ones. So check the website, and we have that also in, you know, a few of them left. So we have that, and I think I have a few. You can get it on Ravelry. She did put it on Ravelry. So if you look under her, let me see if I can. It's probably gonna be backwards. Julie Paquette. And it's Kingdom Cowl. And of course, yeah, it's backwards. I'll put it in the show notes in the bottom, and then you can find it there, and I'll show it, put a link there. But I think that is, so that's my project that I've been working on. Some finished projects, as I can, it's like I said, it's been a while. So what's the other thing that I'm working on is a mindless, and the other day I dropped stitches, and of course I haven't picked them back up, so it's kind of a mess. Let's see here. I think I'll be okay. We'll see. This is just a simple, I don't know, it was a free headband pattern, and I think it's worsted weight. One of mine I don't think I even have anymore, worsted weight with mohair, and it's my first time trying double knitting, but it's just back and forth, so it's super easy. It reminds me kind of linen stitch. So if you've done linen stitch before, it kind of reminds me of that, because it's just like slipping stitches on each side, but it's super fun, and hopefully it's slowly growing. Both kids have asked for headbands for winter, and so it's one of those super mindless. So these are the two things that I'm working on and trying to finish up. I started it last year, and then it was springtime, it was too warm, so I just kind of put away. So working on all those things, so we're just trying to get those ones done. The other thing that I've been working on is my daughter's hexagon blanket, and I don't think it's changed any from the last time you've seen it. So I'm just doing these simple hexies, and these are my first 3 that I did, and let's see here. I've done some more since then that I have to stitch together, and I don't know if that one's really bright, and she said she wanted light colors, but I think we'll see if she notices. I got a purple one. This one has to go around the gray. I'm hoping the brighter ones will like blend in with a couple of color pops in there. I got some new yarn too. Oh, here's a purple and a blue. So I have a bunch to put together. Yeah, they're super quick to do. I can do those at night. I should say I don't have to think about it, but I had put it down for a while, and the other night I was working on it, and I kept making pentagons instead of hexagons. So they only had 5 sides, and I knew something was wrong. So I finally got things figured out, and now I think I should be back. But no, I have to note to myself not to put it down for too long, or I will forget. But I think I got that. I got a few more skeins of yarn. I've been just picking up random balls of acrylic that'll go with it. I'm trying to get some nicer acrylic, which that's kind of really hard to say, but there is definitely some that's nicer than others, and just trying to, I want something that's going to be machine washable and something that's going to be beat on, because I know they're going to wear it a ton. She's going to use it a ton, and she can drag it anywhere, and I don't have to worry about it. And it's going to be a blanket, and of course she wants a big blanket like her sister got, so I better yeah, so we're gonna keep it with the same same level as her sister got and got it that way, so everything's washable. I'm trying to think of what other finish things. The biggest thing that I've been in trying to do more of is spindle spinning. So that's kind of what I've been eating up all of my extra time, which is, I'm trying to find them all. They're all tangled up here. I have a whole bunch of them. I don't know. I think I showed everybody this one. This one is Anoxia spindles, and these ones are awesome. They spin forever. So if you're looking for a spindle, they're out of Canada. Oh my God, what was that? Canada. And they have bobbins. So I don't know if you can see. They have, they come with bobbins. And so they're awesome. So you can fill them up and fill your bobbins, and just like a spinning wheel, switch them out. And then I'm using it to ply afterwards, but super fun. They come in all different colors. They have fall ones, and they're not super expensive either for what you're getting. And I bought one just because of the price, and not sure how well they spin, but they spin really good. So that was one of them that I've been working on. The next one is my almond berry, which has I think I've showed this one too. This one spins amazing as well. My little cow one. And then at Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival, I got a Stephen Willett. This one, I think it's a glass tip spindle, and I've never did a sports. Used this as, oh my God, I can't talk. Used a support spindle. That was too many S's. My brain's not very good at that. I've never used one, and I didn't know if I could with my hand for my stroke and stuff. So I am attempting it. It's not pretty. It's far from perfect. I don't know if it's going to, I'll try and be good. I'm usually too fast at things, but yeah, so it's working though. I'm figuring it out. I still not better. I'm still more park and draft kind of stage, but getting there. So this one, this is the original one I got, and I had this one first, and I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I don't know if it's because this one's super light. So I got the heavier one to see if that makes a difference. And I'm able to do both of them. And so they're working okay. I think it's more me than anything. Then I asked Alan Berry, who, if you're on, he's on Instagram. I don't think he's anywhere else other than Instagram. And makes the hand carved ones. So I wanted to try the difference because I just had two of the same kind. So I wanted to try a different one. So I got this one from him, and it's got, you can't tell if it's a sunset or sunrise, but it's got that and the mountains. And I wanted to just compare how they spin, being that I'm a new the support spindles, and didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't want to give up just because I tried one kind and they weren't working as good as I wanted them to, or I couldn't figure it out. So I tried this, and I'm figuring it out. It's still not perfect, but this one I'm having an easier time with this one than I am the other ones. So maybe it's just, I know he's a pretty well-known spindle maker, so I think it's more me and me not knowing what I'm doing. But this one's probably heavier maybe. So I don't know. So all I know is this one seems to be working really well. So I also got this. I have my bowl. Where did my bowl go? I don't know. I do have a bowl somewhere. And then I got this one from Stephen Willett too. And this one, you kind of put it in your lap between your legs, and then you can have a spinning bowl built into your lap, and you can spin from there. So that's kind of handy too. again, I'm new, so I'm still trying to figure out best positions, because I noticed I was trying to spin just in my glider rocking chair, and I was getting really, like, my back was really sore. So, and I think it was just the way I was holding, positioning things and stuff like that. The other thing I found out is that the support spindles work better with shorter fiber. So I found an old mill end bat that I'm using, and that seems to be working good. It's nothing fancy, but it's good for practice. And I'm kind of curious to wind these off into some temporary, the temporary bobbins, and ply it, and just see what the yarn looks like, and kind of like, okay, this is my first little skein of it, and kind of see what it looks like and see how good, because I've started looking at other people's support spindles, and being that it's long draw, it's not as, I don't know, to me it didn't seem as consistent as it is on the spinning wheel or with a long draw. Maybe it's just practice, but I'm curious to see how the yarn comes out afterwards. While I was at the festival, I did finish, I'm all over the place, I don't know what's one, some are dumb, some are not. I did finish a skein of, I think I had most of it, and I just had to apply it when I was there. And I did finish a skein of the Ramboullet, and this is, I don't know, you should have seen what, I don't think I have any more. I think it's all sold out. I'm gonna have to make more, but it was like fluorescent yellow with some browny greens. It toned down so much compared to what it used to look like, but we'll see if I can. But it's way better than I thought it was. Like, I don't know, it was way more tonal. And then I'm also working on the other half. This was going to be originally oh my god, I'm trying to think. I'm going to put down, it's a shawl from Andrea Mowry, and they were doing a knit along, and I can't think of it. It starts with an A. I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, you guys are all probably yelling at me. But anyway, this is what it was going to be. I was originally going to, I started spinning for other ones, and you can see it on the past podcast. And I started knitting with it, but one yarn was that I had started this before I was going to do the knit along, and it was a thicker yarn, and it just wasn't knitting up right. There's too many differences, and with a brioche and fisherman's rib, it doesn't. So I decided to spin some more, make some more. So this is going to be one, and then I have the fibers right here. In this, I just got one of these little cases at I think Dollar General or something, so I could divide it all up. But this is another Ramboullet. This is Ramboullet in silk. The other one doesn't have silk, but it's still similar fiber. And they're all pinks and purples. And if I'm a good podcaster, I'll put a picture right here to show you what it looks like on the bobbin, because I didn't want to mess it up and take it off the bobbin because it's not done yet. But yeah, so I have that. That's the other thing I'm working on. So I'm trying to split it up, do a little on the, do some spinning on my wheel in the morning, do some support spindle spinning. I'm still not good enough to like take it places and figure it out that way. But in the afternoon, or you know, when I'm done or something like that, cooking dinner, I'll try and do some. And I only try and do like 15, 20 minutes a day, just so that way learning new things with my stroke is tiring. So just one little, like, these things like this are really good for my brain. I also think using this hand with long draw and holding fiber will be really good because it's making new brain connections. So just any little thing that I can get my hand and two fingers working, both hands working, doing things at the same time. Oh my god, I can't even talk. But yeah, doing things at the same time. is good for my brain. So anything I can keep doing. When I was cleaning out down here, I did find 2 old skeins that I have no idea what I'm going to do with, and this one I love. It's way darker than it looks in here. It's really, this looks really bright and it's not. But I think it's going to be really cool. And I think I have another one somewhere around here. But I've tried to recreate it and you can't. I have no idea what I did. But it's super pretty. It's even got blues and stuff in there. I don't know. It's something that when I think this was even before I was dying. It's really old. Because I've had the mill for 16 years. So it's before that. So it's really old stash. And I cannot believe I kept it on. But I don't know. I remember, I think in Spin-Off, there was like an ad that you could like it was like a mail order thing, and they would send you fiber and then they would pay you for the fiber you spun. I don't know. Somehow I ended up with it. Obviously it didn't last, but I really tried to recreate it and I've never been able to, but it's really pretty and I wish I had more. This one is the last of what I have from my sheep Charlie when we were in Connecticut. And it's got little sparkles in there, and that was all. These were all before I got hurt, so these were all probably way better spins than they are now. But I don't know what to do with either one of them. There's not a lot of yardage, so maybe some fingerless mitts or something. The purple one has more yardage, so that one I maybe can do something else with it, and then maybe do a cowl or something. Maybe that will work. Oh. So that I think is it. I'm trying to think, look around. Those are all the things that I've been working on, really finally getting back to normal. So now it's kind of more mill stuff and what we've been up to. The first thing we came back from, we were at the Big E, which is Eastern States Exposition in Springfield, Mass. It's a state fair times 6. So it's all the New England states. Everybody has their own building and they look like miniature versions of their state houses. So we got to be a vendor in the Vermont building, and we were there for 6 days. We were vendors there for 6 days. You could either be 1 week, you could be half the show. That it runs for 21 days, which is crazy. You could be there for the week, half the fair, or the whole thing. And I just did a week because I knew I had to get people to help me. It's just super expensive. It's in the city, so it's also really expensive to stay down there. All the things, and help was the biggest thing you have to do. So it was just one of the biggest things I've taken on before. So my daughter was there with me, and 2 of the girls that work with me. So Dasha was there, Lucy was there, and then I also had Mary Jean came from Battenkill for a day. I had Tamara from Two Sisters Mill and Mercantile. She stayed for a while to help out, and she had some of her stuff in there from her store. So I kind of combined. We had Muriel's from Vermont. She was down there for her sweaters. So we had a lot of things in here, and lots going on. It was really busy, but it was also super fun. Really tiring, but again, super fun. So there's just a crazy amount of people in there, and I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go because it's a fair. It's definitely a state fair, but everybody comes from to the Vermont building there's I don't know how many vendors were there. But they had Cabot was there. They had I'm trying to think of all the maple syrup. They had the people across from us, Kiss Kombucha, they were there. They had Bergamot and Amore were there. I had to splurge. And I had to get one of their bags. They're beautiful bags, and I will tag them in there. But yes, Bergamot or more, they make beautiful handmade leather bags. Every one of them is a little bit different. The leather's a little bit different. They are just plain leather. It has, let's see here. So it's got the tote handles, and then it has the crossbody handle that you can take off if you want. It's got somewhere in here. I don't use that, but they do have like a clip, and then there's one pocket in there, but mainly it's not lined or anything. But they're just so nice, and they're lifetime warranty on them. They will literally last forever. There is really good leather. It smells so good, and it is one of my favorite bags. I don't think so yeah, so we got that. I'm trying to think of who else is in there. They have like the touristy information stuff in there. I know I'm forgetting people, but there was lots of people in there, and it was really cool. And each state had some really fun things too. So I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, but you would be surprised at how many knitters and crocheters came out. They still came out. A lot of them, I think next year we're definitely going to do a competition to see if there's more knitters or crocheters. So you guys are gonna have everybody's gonna have to come out and visit, because there was tons of young people, tons of young kids, teenagers that were crocheters. A lot, I feel like to me it was more crocheters, but they all wanted to come out. They were super interested. We were doing lots of needle felting demos. We were doing spinning demos. We had a little Rigid had a loom, so we were doing some weaving demos. We had a lot in our little tiny space, but it was super fun. It'd be nice if we could spread out a little bit more, so we could offer a little bit more of the demo section, that area, because I think people are super interested in seeing how everything was done and made. But in the way we had it set up, it was a little harder. So, but we did get everything in there. Had tons of questions. We sold a whole bunch of spindles, so there was lots of hopefully new spindle spinners out there, learning how to spin. There's I'm trying to think of what other things. The food was amazing. There's so much food over there. It's like, I don't know. We were every day. We'd go to Connecticut to get pizza. Then we'd go to Maine to get a potato. Then we'd go somewhere else to get, it was just, I don't know. It was overwhelming, but it was a super fun week. At first, we weren't sure we were going to do it again. By the time we left, we were all saying we need to go again. We're going to be back. So hopefully we'll be back next year and have some more fun. The biggest key, I think we rented a house over there for an Airbnb, and that was definitely a good deal, but it was tiring. It was, in order to get a parking spot somewhere close by our building, you had to be there 8, and you're vending until 9 o'clock. Then you have to clean up and reset up for the next day, so you're not even home by 10 until 10. So they're long days, but it was fun. So that was that, and we hopefully we'll be able there next year and do it all over again. I think we've learned some things that we're going to do a little differently next time, so we'll have to wait and see how things go. The next thing was Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. That was not last weekend, the weekend before. The weather was it was hot, but it was perfect. It didn't rain. It got some rain showers when we were setting up on Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, cool in the morning, and the rest of the day it was warm but super nice. So we had that. So busy. We were crazy busy. As you can see, these shelves were full when I left. I have some more over here that I haven't I have to bring some of that to the yarn shop. That's kind of why it's there. They have to be brought to yarn stores because everybody is waiting for yarn since I've been at all the shows. I need to restock everybody. So that's the one I had. That's the last one I haven't restocked, but I don't have much to put in the stores. So, yeah, we've just been, it was so fun to see everybody. So thank you for everybody that came out for both the Biggie and for Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. I so appreciate it. I love seeing everybody. I wish I could be, sometimes it's like one of those things, I bring so much stuff to like, and I somewhat, for some reason in my head, I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to actually sit and knit and enjoy the show, but I don't ever get to. We're too busy talking to everybody and visiting and stuff like that. We had a whole bunch of fiber dropped off at the mill for the mill, so we've got some new fibers that we bought off of people that raise animals and had a whole bunch of it. So we have that. That we're gonna be, so you'll be seeing new yarns coming soon. I'm trying to think of else. We had some beautiful fleeces dropped off for processing that are now on the wait list. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm not going to Rhinebeck. There's just no way. I'm so far behind. We have so much going on behind the scenes and in the mill that we're trying to get over these humps, and there's just no way that I can get over there. I was gonna go over and visit. MJ invited me. There's just no time, and my brain is tired. Between these two shows right in a row, I just need to get back on track. I have to put, all of this will be on the website, so I might be putting, the video might be up before I get everything on the website, because I recorded a video before I left, and because I didn't have time for editing, it never got put up. So I feel kind of bad. So maybe someday I'll put up the lost video. But so if you bear with me, I'm gonna probably put this up as soon as I can, and then if you're not on the newsletter, definitely get on the newsletter, and then you'll have first dibs at anything that is in the shop before the rest of everybody gets up there in the shop update happens. Oh my god, shop update happens. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yes, definitely subscribe to that. That's the easiest way to do it. And then I will have all the new stuff on there. I do have a ton of dyeing too. We've been having some issues in the mill though, so things are slowing down. So I have our well is, I don't know, 300 and some odd feet deep, but it's really slow recovery. So it always comes back, but it doesn't fill very fast. So we've been running out of water on a pretty regular basis. So if we're washing wool and processing in the mill, I can't be dyeing at the same time. So that's been kind of a dilemma for a while. And we've been trying to deal with that and getting things resolved and fixed and stuff like that. So that is what we're working on currently. So hopefully it'll be done soon. I know my daughters will be happy. I know everybody will be happy. I'll be able to keep up with laundry. Both girls milk cows, so they come home covered in cow manure and can't take a shower right away because there's no water. They're not very happy with me. So yeah, so hopefully we're hoping it's going to be resolved soon. Lots coming down, down the pipeline, but we have that. So yeah, the mill's super busy. We have about 1 million projects going on, and just working on some big custom orders, and those will all be going over. I think a portion of it that's going to be roping, and the other portions are going to be over a bat and kill to be spun. So there's so many things going on. Lucy is our weaver too. She weaves. She's starting to weave, and is going to be making blankets for us. So you'll have a local handmade Vermont blanket. So if you get yarn, we can get yarn done over at Bat and Kill, and then we can also get a the blankets woven too. And so yeah, so we've got a lot of things going on. I'm trying to think of what other things. The one thing I'm looking for locally in Vermont is somebody that has a knitting machine. So if you know anybody, that wants to do some production knitting that's local in Vermont, I'd love to hear from them or give me their name, because I can't find anybody that wants to do some production knitting, because I could really use somebody like that. We have somebody in New York, but I'm trying to keep it in Vermont. So if you know anybody, let me know. I think that's it. I'm trying to keep it, I'm pretty reasonable. It's 36 minutes. Hopefully after I edit anything out, I think I did pretty good, so we won't have to do that too much. Put some show notes. The show notes will be all down. And I'm going to try really hard to do this on Tuesdays. Even if it might be really short, but it'll keep me on a regular schedule, because I think that's half my problem, is that if I don't do it on a regular, like weekly basis or something like that, then I just lose my mojo, lose my, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you don't get into a routine. So I'm trying to get more into a routine of things, and hopefully that will help with scheduling with everything, and it should be easier. So I'm gonna try and do that Tuesdays. Tuesdays are quieter days, so let's see how it goes. I think that's it. Give me a little while and I'll have lots of new stuff in the shop. So probably, I'm hoping to start working on the website stuff Thursday, whatever this is. We're in October, I'm not even sure. But I'm hoping by Thursday I'll have some stuff in the shop. If not, it'll be by next week. So I'll work on it this weekend. It's just, there's not enough hours in a day. But we also have it at the yarn shops too. So if you're in Vermont, the Yarn Bank, I just dropped off a whole bunch at the Yarn Bank, which is in St. Johnsbury. Two Sister Mill and Mercantile, I'm stocking her on Thursday. I'm trying to think of Must Love Yarn. I don't know when I'm gonna get over there, so I'll probably ship them a bunch of stuff. So Must Love Yarn in Shelburne and Yarn in Waterbury. I have to send them some yarn. So, and I think there's gonna be, I have to talk to them, but before all the flooding happened, we were gonna stock Notions in Montpelier, and then the flood happened and they were closed. So I have to talk to them and see if they're back up and going, and then we can put some yarn over there. But like I said, the whole lack of water has been an issue, and we need to get the well fixed and all that kind of stuff, and that's what we're working on right now. So but we'll get there. So just bear with us, and we'll have a shop update soon. Definitely subscribe to the new newsletter. I do not send out weekly ones. I only send out when I need them, because typing is not my skill. One-handed typing takes me forever. Just doing these show notes take me forever. So only do a newsletter when there's big things going on. So don't worry, you won't be bombarded. But I will try and get better if things doing a little more regular and seeing some more updates. So I will talk to you soon. I'll see you on Instagram, Facebook, all the places, the website, anywhere. Instagram is the easiest place for me to chat. So if you want to say hi, I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye.